Your first stock market gains? Almost invisible. That's the truth. In the early years, you're doing all the work, not your investments. Compound interest exists, yes, but it's working on a tiny base. You put in $100, the market gives you $3 back. Frustrating? Absolutely, but mathematically logical. Look at this concrete example. $55 per month for 3 years. 36 months later, you've invested $2,000. Your gains? $165. Pathetic, right? Except it's not. Those $165 will also generate interest. And this is precisely where many people give up.
Here's the secret. You invest money, you earn interest. The following year, that interest generates its own interest. Your money works for you. And then the gains from your money work too. A virtuous cycle. And over time, this cycle spirals completely out of control. Imagine a small snowball rolling down a slope. At first, it grows slowly, but the further it goes, the more snow it picks up, faster and faster. That's exactly what happens with your investments. The first years seem modest. Patience. After 10, 20 years, the growth becomes spectacular. Time.
$55 per month, 8% return. Result? $11,000 in 11 years. Yes, it's long, and at this stage, your contributions still represent most of the total. Compound interest is working, sure, but it hasn't taken over yet. Remember this, patience remains your best asset. And now, the most important part. Imagine you stop contributing. No withdrawals either. You simply leave your money alone for 20 years. Result? $53,350 without adding a single dollar. This is where compound interest reveals its full power. Your money can work harder without any extra effort on your part. How? The right tax-advantaged accounts. These accounts reduce or eliminate taxes on your gains. Instead of giving up 15–20% to the IRS, you keep everything. Over 10 years, this difference represents thousands of dollars in your pocket. But wait, many employers offer matching contributions. What does that mean? For every dollar you contribute, your employer adds one too. Free money, literally. Not taking advantage of it is like refusing a raise. Check. 10,000 euros reached. What does that prove? That you stayed on course. For months, for years. Every month, money set aside. Even when it was hard. Even when you wanted to spend it all. This discipline, it's worth more than the money itself. And here's the trap-turned advantage. Something has changed in your mind. Investing is no longer an effort. It's automatic, like brushing your teeth. You no longer ask yourself the question each month. Money flows to your investments without thinking. This reflex will stay with you your whole life. It's what... Here's the number that changes everything. $110,000 at 35. You can stop investing completely. With 8% annual return, this amount becomes $1 million at 65. 30 years of patience without adding a single dollar. And if you wait until 75, over $2 million. This concept has a name, coast fire. The idea? Simple. You accumulate enough early on so that compound interest does the work alone. Then you ease off. You work to cover your current expenses, no longer to save. Peace of mind begins well before official retirement. Remember that. Before $100,000, you were doing everything yourself. You save, you invest, you do it again. But past that milestone, everything shifts. Your gains start generating their own gains. Money works for you. Your discipline still matters, yes, but it's no longer alone. Compound interest becomes your silent partner. And here's what's fascinating. Going from $0 to $100,000, often 10 years or more. But the second $100,000, about 5 years. The third, even faster. Makes sense when you think about it. Your capital grows, so your returns grow. Each milestone takes less time than the previous one. That's when everything changes. A concrete goal, $550 per month. Result? $110,000 in 11 years. That's the power of compound interest in action. Your money works, generates gains. These gains generate their own gains. Time does the rest of the work in your place. $550 a month, is that out of reach? No problem. Start with 55 or even 20. The exact amount matters less than the habit. Investing regularly, that's what makes the difference. The next 11 years will pass anyway. The only question that matters, will you have started? Yes or no? $1 million invested. And now, the numbers become impressive. First year, around $80,000 in gains, more than the average annual salary in most developed countries. Your money now works as hard as a full-time employee. And you didn't have to do anything. At this stage, everything changes radically. Work is no longer an obligation. After 10 years, your annual gains are approaching $176,000. If you keep working, it's because you want to, not because you have to. This freedom. A simple rule to live off your capital. Each year, you withdraw 4% of your initial investment. The following year, you adjust for inflation. Studies have shown this method makes your money last at least 30 years. Your capital works for you while remaining intact. $1 million. This rule gives you approximately $44,000 per year, more than $3,000 every month, without lifting a finger. This income comes from the returns on your investments, and this calculation works regardless of the currency.